We expected 7 people here. Clearly the homeless problem here in Orlando is considerable, yes. I went to my first fan convention, I think around about 1996 or 7 or 8 or something. I was promoting something and I remember my attitude. It was, oh God, why have I got to do this? And to see 700 people dressed up like Captain Kirk. They get a life. And I went, and slowly it dawned on me that they do have life. Extraordinarily rich and wonderful lives. How can you actually really separate the love you have for your children, for instance? Characters are a bit like that. They take a bit of you, or they grow a bit in you, and you end up rather not caring for them. Gimli is the most human character in Lord of the Rings. Gimli is the bad things about us, the jealousy, the suspicion, the xenophobia, and the meanness of spirit. And he's also all the things that we would wish we were. Kind, loyal, a great friend, and brave beyond all reasoning. It's wonderful just watching your fellow actors do wonderful things and getting away with it. Tolkien knew what evil was. Evil was actually German militarism that was going to conquer the world. That's what he had to fight for.
What was your favorite part of Lord of the Rings?
That wonderful moment when they said, "It's a wrap."
We love you, and we decided to come out and give you a warm-up.
Absolutely.
My friend Jamie Forrest stuck on the 2nd floor.
Elevators, am I right?
And I said to him, I'm tired of waiting around for this man. I've been doing that for 11 years.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jamie Forrest.
You know, the terrible thing is Loretta and I are dear friends, and we've been together so many years in that, and I've been married to my wife for 61 years. So when I talk to her, and then I feel like I'm with my wife, you know, Joy, and sometimes I call her Joy. My problem is I better not call my wife Joy, Loretta.
Please don't do that.
This is a problem. Fortunately, Joy and I are close friends also, so it works out beautifully.
Absolutely.
Bill Paley, who was the chairman of CBS, was going to cancel the show, and his wife, her nickname was Babe Paley. She liked the show, and she said, you know, the show is good, just move it to another time spot. And he says, well, okay.
It's a woman.
That's why I'm going to put it up. It's a woman.
Then I rest my case.
He took her advice, and he moved the show to Saturday night, which became the greatest night in the history of television. It was All in the Family, it was MASH, the Mary Tyler Moore Show, the Bob Newhart Show, and the Carol Burnett Show. Biggest night in the history of television.
It might have been a little early for remotes, so you just sat there and you didn't have to change the
That's right.
channel. You just put on CBS and you just had them all. I was convinced I should break off my relationship with Frank Burns. I should go to Tokyo for R&R, meet a guy who outranks Burns, who's not a doctor, who's tall, dark, and handsome, and you know, wow. And I said, can you see, Larry Linville was just a genius playing Frank Burns. I said, can you see Larry's face when I tell him I'm engaged? I said, you know, if we shoot it in a mess tent, he'll rip off the doors. And So instead, they had me kick it down.
I'm an actor, you know, I mean, oh, thank you. Who the hell was that? But anyway, yeah, of course I would. You know, some people said, did you get a lot of mail from people that, and obviously no. That's the wonderful thing about it. It's a character that you were playing. As Loretta said, he wasn't gay. He was just, this is his way of trying to get out of the army by acting crazy. And as a matter of fact, he did one of the shows where they said, okay, we're going to put you out, you know, we're going to throw you out because you're with the purse and everything else like that. He says, no, you're not. You're going to throw me out because I'm crazy. And they said, no, you're not. So that's why we're not throwing you out. You're not crazy. And, yeah, so we did it. And again, you know, as I used to say, do you think Boris Karloff would have turned down the Frankenstein monster, or Lon Chaney would have turned down the Wolfman, or somebody who was playing Adolf Hitler in a movie, you know, is going to turn it down? That's what we do. We're actors. Sometimes we play good guys, sometimes we play bad guys, sometimes we play no guys.
So many of these. I'm thinking.
I got off the plane in Hong Kong, made it through Chinese customs, and a man was literally pulling a rickshaw. I don't mean to be culturally insensitive, I truly, but he's pulling the rickshaw by me, dropped the bars of the rickshaw, and just went, "Back to the Future!"
I don't know what it's like not to be recognized. It's kind of weird. Like, I assume, and it's terrible, I don't mean this to be arrogant or anything, I assume people know who I am. And they do, and it's really weird. And what's really great is when they're not impressed. Like, oh, Mike, yeah, just sit and go back. Back in line, back in line. Don't put it in the So, but it's weird. I've been well known for like 40 years. And it's really weird.
I used to take the ride. One day I was at Universal. I think I rode it 4 times consecutively. I didn't feel that well afterwards. But it was an interesting experience.
It was a great ride. They changed it to an, what is it now? Simpsons. Look, we all know that Simpsons stuff isn't going anywhere. If I could talk to you just a second about the ride, which was incredible, the Douglas Trumbull thing. So I see the models that they built for Hill Valley, that they're going to, it's not computer graphics, they're going to have to run a camera through this model that they built of Hill Valley. So all of the lines, all of the buildings are curved. Like they're lamp posts, and they have a curvature to them, and everything. It's a very unusual looking model of the city. Right? Well, why is everything curved like that? And well, that's Tom, because it's a dome, and we're going to be projecting the film into a dome, so that we factored in the dome so that all of these curved lines will appear straight.
But I want to go back to one thing, if I can, because you were talking about the ride. The ride was really cool because the ride was at Universal Studios. We were shooting part 2. They had the ride up, I think, or something. Because I would go down to the thing and I'd go in the backyard, and there was this, like, what the ride was basically a rocking chair in front of a big screen TV. that was as advanced as the technology was, because you just sat in a chair. And I thought, this is it? And it was really cool. And I'll be home in a second. And I looked down, and it was like 40 little vegetables or little things with people in rocking chairs and recess. And I just sit and watch it for hours and was fascinated by it. But I love that I had that access to it. We shoot University, I mean, doing our scenes, and the trams would come through. Everything shut down, and the trams go around. And now we came coming on the last one. And her and all that stuff, and we had to shut down. And so Bob got really pissed off and went, "You can't see that pissed off?" He went back. And he went to the office of Universal and he said, "We're shooting our movie and you keep shutting us down with these trams." And they kind of laughed at me and said, "Bob, those trams make more money in a month than your movie will ever make." But Bob went, "Oh, okay." In a big movie, in a big lot in Hollywood, and what that's like, it's really cool. It's everything you think it is, and we're really blessed to be in that position and do that, and for all the movie has meant to other people, and how it's resonated through time. That time that we had making it, I don't know you guys, but it was just the most magical time of my life. It was amazing. You just stop and pinch yourself and say, "Wow, I'm really doing this." Enough. How like everything. I'm great actors in really wonderful roles. They're so cute. It was so funny, and we just had such a good time. I had to put that out there.
In this scene, there was a elaborate, huge mechanical device, a machine, and it made ice. And the ice, steam all over, moving parts, and then a cube of ice would drop out. And I had arrived immediately after it dropped, as I recall. Also during the scene, the steam engine, the train was coming into the railroad station, which could be viewed from that space, as I would recall. The camera angled down there, and Clara arrived, or Clara was getting on the thing or whatever. And the arrival of the train, and I say that the ice dropped out, me say that line was all kind of coordinated. And I had a simple line when the ice came out, and I don't remember what it was, but it was nothing complicated. And on one of the takes, I couldn't remember the line. So the steam engine had to come back to the station. The ice machine had to start up again. They had to go through the entire routine all over because of a damn cube of ice.
So we did it, and my hand slipped, and the rope around my neck, and I was asphyxiated, and I passed out. And my legs were flipping around, and I was out. And we came back, and I came to, and he said, "That was great." And I was out. I didn't go to the hospital. It was an amazing thing, but it was. But that's how badly we wanted to press on.
I just really personally want to thank you guys. I want to thank these guys for being so amazing for all these years and being such great scene partners.
To actually do your best and then to really touch people in a more profound way than you ever planned. It's an amazing thing. And we have all of us have so many interactions. And it's funny in a way, because those inexpressible things about your family, about watching it when you were sick from school, about dad bringing it home for the new VCR, about all of those things, they're expressible, but they're kind of inexpressible, And people come up so much, and sometimes tears in their eyes, sometimes trembling, and I'm trying to communicate what it's meant to me, But it's that magic. It's movie magic, literally. Because, I just thank you very much. I understand what you mean. And everyone's like, I don't think you do.
Not to be modest or not to brag, but just a cool thing. Imagine how cool is this for a guy who loved music, played music and played band all his life. When John Mayer or Chris Martin, because I play guitar because of back music.
Wow. Who showed up last to set?
Well, I never left the set. I was set for another, so I was the latest set in the first and the last leave. But I think that'd be a fair answer.
Yeah, well, because
I would show up for work at 2 in the morning. And do my stuff and then go back to work. And family times. I never knew where I was. I sort of family guys. I'm going out to the scene and I go, where's my camera? Where's my camera? And I realized that was Marty who had the camera. Now I shouldn't have the camera. Now I just have the suitcase. So it was a weird time.
who's the best dresser? I haven't been anything, so I nominate myself. I had to wear that darn pink dress